Well, hello from not so sunny Bermuda. I'm on my 3-month trip through Bermuda, Europe, and Africa, and today what I want to talk to you about is why is it easy to be rich when you don't need anything? Well, that's kind of self-explanatory, isn't it? If you don't need anything, it's very easy to become rich. If you don't need the expensive car, phone subscriptions, clothes, and fancy restaurants so you can take a photo for Instagram so you can impress your ex-girlfriend, who, yes, she's happier without you, then it's easier to be rich. And why would you want to be rich? That some people maybe ask. Well, money's not everything. Well, money's not everything, that is true. But being rich gives you financial security, which brings other benefits to your life than just having much money in your bank account or under the mattress. Wealth can provide sense of security and stability and ensures your access to necessities and, very important, healthcare. When you have money, you have access to more healthcare. When you take more care of your body, you can increase the quality of your life, not only the quantity, but the quality of your life. Also, financial security can free up a lot of time, which you can devote to educating yourself more or working out, stretching, basically doing healthier things so you can, again, increase the quality of your life, not the quantity. So what if you live until 90 but you feel like shit? Or you live up to 80 and you feel amazing? I mean, I'm already 36 and I can start feeling, I know some of you is gonna lose their shit because I'm 36 and oh, you haven't seen anything. Well, I have my own pains and aches and stuff that I'm going through, just like when you were 35 or 36. So I'm trying to devote more and more time to stretching. Working out I already started doing, not the last few days because I'm on vacation, but stretching is something that I'm looking into, more yoga and things like that. But the freedom of time and the freedom of choice can be only unlocked as a perk when you have financial freedom. Freedom of choice and freedom in general can also unlock the perk of pursuing your passion that doesn't really pay much or doesn't really pay at all, but you don't care because it's your passion, you have the money to support it. My passion is traveling, and here is a shameless plug. Follow my travel channel, Travel Made Simple, and what I did allows me to pursue traveling. You can also start another business that you never had the time or money to start before, whatever that business may be. Now you can pour some money in there or light some money on fire and not care about it, and if it goes well, great. If it doesn't, that's okay. I already mentioned improved quality of life. You can afford, if you want to, more luxurious experiences. Again, it depends on what you're into. You can afford now that, latest phone if you're a tech guy, or latest laptop, or the latest car, or the latest whatever gadget, if you are that type of person that you like things like that, without breaking your bank. And actually now you're not doing it to impress your friends. Now you're doing it because you want to buy this and you can afford this, which is the most important thing, is being able to afford it. And how do you know if you're able to afford something? If you can afford losing it without breaking the bank, then you can afford it. Then you own that item. If you cannot afford losing it, then the item owns you. You also gain access to exclusive amenities and opportunities when you're a little bit richer. Now your circle will be people who are a little bit higher earners, and they would introduce you to their circle of people, and it's very different than the circle of people that are not high earners. Let's call them low earners. The circle of the low earners is very different than mid and high. Something very important: reduce stress. Financial freedom definitely helps you not stress over money because you have some. So food, you can buy more high-end food. You're not stressing out about paying your bill. There's no bills really. Actually, the more wealthier you become, the cheaper it becomes to wear different things or drive different things. Now I'm not into any of that status, but for example, my laptop is Asus, right? Now I can maybe go to Asus and say, hey, I have a YouTube channel, I'm an influencer, and I would like to promote your brand, I want to be ambassador, whatever the term is. Now they'll pay me to use their laptop. Or maybe go to Apple, want their new iPhones, I don't know. I'm just saying there's way less stress, and actually becomes cheaper to wear certain clothes. As the more famous you are, the more brands will sponsor you. But all in all, the stress of where your next meal is going to come, where your next medicine is going to come, when something happens, you can go to the doctor immediately without stressing over the $100 or $200 that you're going to spend, because it's nothing burger. for you now. So improved stress, which majority of people are suffering nowadays, will definitely diminish. Yes, you do. I'm sure you're going to have other problems of, which girl to date. Or if they choose your rosé today or not, it's a huge problem, I know. Or you don't hire a maid that is not cute enough for you to cheat on with your wife so you can give half of the wealth you have to your wife. Problems like that. Another thing that wealth brings is influence and power, which I'm not really, interested about that. But again, it depends on you. If you're interested to have influence and power, maybe you love the city that you're in and you want to build more schools, you want to build more, and you can influence the city to build or donate to the city and influence them to build more schools, more orphanages, more whatever you're into. Of course, this can be used for bad things also, right? It's not only a good thing to have influence and power. Or you can influence the whole country to get vaccinated, whatever the case. So back to my original point, how easy it is to get rich when you don't need much. Here's a list on my monthly subscriptions, and I've separated them into business and personal. And with this number, I know how much I need per month. And if I surpass this number, everything above this number is luxury. Now, if you need $5,000 to live a month for necessities, your financial freedom number will be way harder to achieve compared to somebody who has $1,000 in necessities. So, my necessities are on the upper part here. They total of almost $1,400, as you can tell. Now, if we add $1,000 for food and $1,000 for shelter, that's $3,400. So if I make $3,400, I'm already good. Now, when I live in town, the $1,000 for shelter falls off because I have roommates who pay for the shelter for my house. But when I travel, I would say $1,000 is decent depending where you're traveling. If you're traveling through Asia, that's going to be too much. If you're traveling through Europe, that's going to be too little. Food is $1,000. That's $33 a day. That's not bad. Again, it depends on which country you're in. If you travel through Asia, there's going to be an insane amount of money. If you travel through Europe, it's going to be less money in the purchasing power. If I only sell the car and the insurance for the car, we're looking at $500 of necessities, $500 of subscriptions, and $2,500 a month for me to live. Anything above that is just bonus. Also, this implies that you're not trying to actively buy all the new phones, gadgets, laptops, cars, and everything else. Now, I still have a car. I have a minivan, which you see the insurance here is $100. Audible, I can go without. Internet and phone, I don't think I can go without. Health insurance, I highly recommend it. But if you remove the health insurance, the monthly subscriptions come at $200. Even a little bit inflated number, let's call it $3,000 a month. Once I make anything over $3,000 a month, I'm already into clear to go and do whatever I want. Anything over $3,000 is savings. And once you save enough, now everything over $3,000 becomes investments. And once you invest enough, now you're making even more than what you made before. So it's like a snowball that is growing exponentially, because you set up yourself for success instead of living paycheck to paycheck and setting up yourself for failure. All right, that was it for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Again, follow my travel channel if you'd like, or if not, don't. And of course, don't forget, the goal is not to look rich, but to be rich. Peace.